Good afternoon for everybody. My PhD thesis is Novel Devices in the Rehabilitation of Children with Cerebral Palsy. My name is Mátyás Vezér, and I work at the Semmelweis University, Department of Orthopedics. My vision is to strengthen the faith that quality of life of children suffering from cerebral palsy can be improved by novel rehabilitational methods. And therefore, my mission is to clarify the indication and roles of innovative methods in the rehabilitation of children with cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy occurs by the damage to the developing brain, which may cause movement disorders. Its incidence is from 2 to 3 out of 1,000 live births. And one of the most difficult tasks in pediatric orthopedic is to improve the quality of life of children with CP using different rehabilitational methods. Let me introduce my two ongoing projects. My first project is the effective of robot-assisted gait training on gross motor function in children with cerebral palsy. It's a systematic review and a meta-analysis, which we have started in 2021 September. Maintaining physiological walking is not a challenge for healthy individuals. However, in children with cerebral palsy, walking may need a huge effort due to the subsequent pathological gait pattern. In ambulatory children with cerebral palsy, improving gait is usually in the main focus, and regular monotone rehabilitation is a part of the patient's everyday life, and robot-assisted gait training may bring a touch of excitement in this monotonity. There is no existing evidence that robot-assisted gait training would be better than the conventional rehabilitation method. Therefore, our aim is to investigate the efficacy of this treatment. Our clinical question is, can robot-assisted gait training improve gross motor function in children with cerebral palsy? Our population is children with cerebral palsy, intervention, robot-assisted gait training, comparator, conventional therapy, and the outcome gross motor function measurement D and E. Our hypothesis is that robot-assisted gait training is associated with better gross motor performance in cerebral palsy. We have started the systematic search in 2021 October with that search key, and at the end of the selection, only 13 eligible articles remained. Our first forest plot is about gross motor function measurement D improvement in percentage after robot-assisted gait training. Gross motor function measurement D is a 39-point scale system which divided the patient according to their standing abilities. Here we can see a 5.78% improvement in favors to robot-assisted gait training. It's above a minimum clinically important differences, but it's not significant. Our second forest plot is about gross motor function measurement E, improvement in percentage after robot-assisted gait training. Here we have a 5.67% improvement. Gross motor function measurement E is a 72-point scale system which divided the patient according to their running, walking, and standing abilities. Our result is above a minimum clinically important differences, but it's not significant. Our third forest plot is about gait speed improvement in meter per secundum after robot-assisted gait training. Here we have 0.10 meter per secundum improvement after robot-assisted gait training in favor robot-assisted gait training, and it's a significant result. Our fourth forest plot is about step number decreasement per minute after robot-assisted gait training. And here we can see a 5.45 step decreasement in favors for ROCT. And our result is above a minimum clinically important differences, but it's not significant. And our fifth result is about step length improvement in meter after robot-assisted gait training. Here we can see a 3 centimeter improvement in favors for robot-assisted gait training, but it's not significant. Our article strengths could be we obtain a biomechanical information about gait development through robot-assisted gait training. The limitation could be the heterogeneity of the population and the study methodology. Our implication could be for the practice, despite a significant therapist and parenteral pressure, there is currently no evidence-based effect of this therapy. And our implication could be for research, more homogeneous patient population and additional randomized control trials are needed to more accurately determine the effect size of robot-assisted gait training. Our conclusion is that robot-assisted gait training may have some positive impact on gait function. However, the role of this treatment in the rehabilitation of children with ambulatory cerebral palsy still remains unclear. Now we are waiting for feedback from gait and posture. We have submitted in 2022, 26th of September, and now we are waiting. Let me introduce my second topic. My second topic is the efficacy of video game-based therapy to improve upper limb function in children with cerebral palsy. It's a systematic review and a meta-analysis. Children with cerebral palsy usually have a variety of motor impairments of the affected upper limb, such as muscle weakness, spasticity, and incoordination, which may result in dramatic function loss, for example, in reaching and grasping. Video game-based therapy, thought to be as effective as usual care or conventional physiotherapy, therefore better rehabilitation results can be achieved through increased compliance. Comprehensive studies regarding the effectiveness of video game-based therapy in upper extremity rehabilitation in children with CP are limited. Therefore, our aim is to investigate the efficacy of this treatment. Our clinical question is, what is the effectiveness of video game-based therapy on upper limb function in children with cerebral palsy? Our population is children with cerebral palsy. Intervention is video game-based therapy, comparator, a conventional therapy, physical therapy, or absence of treatment. And our outcome is gross manual dexterity, grip strength, manual ability classification system. Our hypothesis is that in cerebral palsy, video game-based therapy is associated with better outcome of upper limb function improvement than the conventional therapy. We have some preliminary results which shows no beneficial effect in favors to video game-based therapy, but we have to modify these data, so that's why I cannot include it in this presentation. So let me summarize my two topics. The first planned submission date is done, and the second we plan for February, next year, February. And let me introduce, say thank you for your attention. A person who, with this quote, a person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new.
I just have a quick question and comment. Yes. on in your second project.
Yes.
The background slide has a supporting literature.
Yes.
which comes from 2006, published in a Saudi journal. Can you make it any better? I'm sure you will in the manuscript, but I mean, that's just a bit weird to have. Why did you pick this one? Do you remember?
Thank you for your comment. No, there was no any preference why I have choose this. It was
okay.
just...
that was the first one.
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yes.
In the first topic, can I ask whether this method can decrease the human resources need of this treatment? I was not in the first few minutes, so yes. May I neglected this, but this may be a critical question.
So there is no any data for that.
And you
potentially,
what?
You know, can this reduce the...
Yes, potentially it can be an advantages of this therapy, but we have no exactly data for that, unfortunately.
I have a question regarding your second topic, the video-based, video game-based. Yes. What kind of devices can I imagine there? Is it just something like a PlayStation 5 or Xbox? So the question mainly is, can these video game-based therapy only be conducted in a setting with some professional, or can the kids also then have their therapy basically at home and play as long as they want to increase the improvement much more with this?
Thank you for your question. They used a remote control based video game like Xbox and PlayStation. So in daily therapy they can practice at home with these devices. And the other types of video game based form of therapy is leap motion controlled video game like Nintendo Wii or VR.
So technically they can play Mario Kart, for example?
Yes, but in most of the article they have chosen exactly video games which they think probably improve their hand function mostly.